Hello, hello. I have another book to read. Goodnight Farm, a touch and feel storybook. And my cat Maui wants to get in on the fun. Goodnight Farm by Patricia Hegarty. Or Hegarty. Out on the farm in the early evening light, the animals are settling down for the night. The cows have been milked and the pigs have been fed. Their busy day is over and now it's time for bed. As the farm grows quiet and ready to rest, Owl flutters and flaps and wakes in her nest. Good evening, Owl. The shadows grow long as darkness falls. In the stables the horses shift in their stalls. Snuffling and snorting, they whinny and neigh and whisper good night at the end of the day. Good night, horse. High up in the field, his day's work all done, Scarecrow stands tall in the late setting sun. Each bird has now flown back to its nest. Night, night, Mr. Scarecrow. It's time for rest. Good night, Scarecrow. Good night, Maui. In the old barn, in the day's fading light, Cow and her calf kettle up for the night. Outside the moonlight glitters and gleams, as together they sleep safe in their dreams. The soft cow, Maui. Want to touch it? Good night, cows. Mommy hen gathers her chicks all around. Tucked under her wings, they're kept safe and sound. Her little chicks say good night with a cheep. Then nestling together, they fall fast asleep. Aww. Good night, chicks. Good night, chicks. Good night, chicks. Maui wants to see. Good night, chicks. Well, the farmer is tucked in, all snug in his bed. The tractor sits silent in front of the shed. The day has been spent harvesting grain. Tomorrow the work will start over again. Good night, tractor. Good night, tractor. Boy, Maui really likes to read and play with the books. The pond is lit up by the light of the moon. As the frog chorus begins its soft croaking tune, the small chirping crickets will soon start to sing, while Duck sleeps soundly, his head on his wing. Good night, Duck. Good night, Duck. Out in the pasture, the fluffy white sheep bleat gently together before going to sleep. As the sheep snuggle up in a soft, cozy huddle, the lambs nestle close to their moms for a cuddle. Good night, sheep. Good night, sheep. Owl flies back to her nest. Her visits are done. She looks up to see the first rays of the sun. Then settling in, she closes her eyes as the pale glow of morning brightens the skies. Good night, Owl. Nice and soft. Good night, Owl. Good night, Maui. The end.